Hi and welcome back to another PB's Retro Restorations. Today I'm going to try and restore this 1979 Chevy van, number 68 from the Matchbox Superfast range. I'm going to try something new with this one that I haven't really tried before and reproduce the stripes on the side. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try and match the paint on this one. As you'll see at the end of the video, I had some success, but it was a learning experience if nothing else. So let's get started. This is the first variation with the blue and red stripes and the blue tinted glass that John gave me. And after hunting for one of these vans for a while, within a week, bam, Nathan gave me a bag of cars. Thank you, Nathan, which had the red and black stripe variation with blue windows. And then after poking around in the bag, boom, there was another one in there, which happened to be the third variation with the red windows and the red and black stripes. Now, it's funny how things work. I've gone from having none of them to all three of them in their original format. So thank you, John, and thank you, Nathan, for your generosity. There are a heap of other cool things in the bag, so I'm no doubt we'll get to those at some stage in the future as well. So like any good restoration, we start by drilling it apart. I'm actually doing the pilot drill for the threaded tap. I'll do that first while there's a little bit of a guiding hole, and then I'll drill the bigger one out. Yeah, and sometimes pop, they don't put up much of a fight, so that always helps. You can see it's a fairly basic model, there's not much to it. We'll get that glass out and we'll keep moving. Alright, so it's popped out here. You can see on the top, it's got some arrows on there. Just show you which way it goes in case you're completely stupid. And which I am, so thank God they're on there, because Lord knows what could happen. The sunroofs, they're pretty scuffed up. Someone's played sandpaper with the concrete floor with them at some stage. But a bit of sandpaper, a bit of work, we should be able to sort it out. And the body, well, you know, it just needs stripping. And then we'll try and work those stripes out. Now, these rear wheels look like they've pulled too many sick burnouts at the drive-in in the 80s, and Lord knows what other abuse. The front wheels aren't much chop either, but I think I've got some replacements for the back ones. And we'll have a go at cleaning them up, and we might try something new. I was inspired to try from watching Rescue and Restore. We'll see what happens. Now here I'm just cleaning up the gaps so that the wheels can just drop in there and we can just glue them back in. So here we have the basic elements, being the body, the chassis, the glass and the front rear wheels. We'll work on all of these as individual parts and see if we can't put it back together. Now I had a go at polishing this. The front came out okay, but the bottom, it was shiny in places, and I don't know if I had the patience, but I couldn't get it to look even. So I think I'm going to try another method, which I don't really like to do, which is painting it. So let's go and have a look at that. Now the chrome paint I use, like any, needs a black base coat, so we'll put that on first, then we'll move on. I'm hoping to replace the back ones, but we'll see. When they're all cleaned, then we can worry about that then. Paint came off really easy on this one, which is always helps, and leaves us with this nice bare body. Looks good. We'll give a bit of a clean up, of course, before we get into primer. Then we'll try and match that paint. Okay, so now that black base coat's dry, we're going to try spraying some of this chrome silver. I think I probably should have sprayed it gloss black with the benefit of hindsight. But this stuff works really well, and it looks okay. It came out alright in the end. Alright, looks like we might be ready to put in some primer. Off we go. Now, giving it a wash is broadened up. Not that you see all that side, that's why it's so good, because it's under the metal. As you can see, the sunroof's on the top. It's scuffed up pretty bad, but other than that, it's not cracked or anything. So I'm going to give it a go with some fine sandpaper and some polishing and the usual stuff, and we'll see how it comes out. Starting to look better already. Sunroofs are better than they were. They're pretty scratched up. And if you're wondering, I use this sanding film. It's super fine, can save some pretty ordinary glass. I had this dinky Rolls Royce that was completely nickoed out, and with some work and that sandpaper and some polishing, I got it as clear as this again. This is that original glass from that dinky, so it's good stuff. Yeah. And I've not left some milk out for the cat. This is just this stuff. Long life self-shining floor polish. I'm going to dip the ends that will be visible in it because it's a bit long and I've lost my other container. There we go. See, even the best laid plans, viewers. that sit with something over the top of it. We're going to let it sit there for a bit, half an hour, even overnight. I mean, I've got other things to do too. So now, I haven't tried this before. Buffing wheel on the rotary tool. It's either going to destroy it or or make an improvement. So I guess we're going to see. Okay, that worked pretty well until I leaned in too hard and melted it a bit, but on a whole, it's improved it. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, they're starting to dry a bit. They're looking pretty good. I mean, perfect? No. But better than they were? Absolute. Now here I'm just going to paint some Molotow chrome back on the hubs. It can be a bit tricky. I'm still getting the hang of it, and we'll see how it comes out. Do the front and back and we'll see how it goes. So here I've glued the wheels back in. I'm just going to let them sit here so they've got no weight on them while they dry. And we should be all good. Now here's the glass after drying overnight with the floor polish on it and the sanding, and you can see it's much shinier, much clearer. The sunroofs are looking much better. Here's the body after being in the oven for a little bit. It looks quite good by itself. It's not awful, but of course placed next to the original, I have to call that a fail for matching the paint. It's not bad, but it's not the same. Here I am masking off the body. I'm going to try and paint those stripes on, and we'll see the end result of that shortly. Now the blue stripe came out okay. We've got a masked up here for the red stripes. We'll let it dry. I'll give it a bake. We'll see how it comes out. Okay, now it's drying. It's time to put it back together. The window glass, I was lucky. Was able just to pop it back in. Didn't need any glue. Okay, so just a reminder of what we started with. This well-loved, well-played with Matchbox Chevy van. And here is what it looks like now. And here it is. As you can see, I didn't quite get that orange paint right. I had the oven on too hot when I was baking those stripes on, and it's buggered the paint in them a little bit. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with how it came out. And thanks to the generosity of a couple of my viewers, I've got 2 other ones to have another crack at. So we might do that. Maybe I'll do it in a custom color next time. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. If you've liked it, maybe give it a thumbs up, or if you'd like to see some other videos, subscribe. I've got some corgis and dinkies coming soon. Hopefully I'll get them out a bit more often. Thank you for watching, and thank you for taking the time to watch my video. I'll see you next time.